welcome to my YouTube channel. I was thinking about, you know, doing an introduction video and introducing what I would like to be doing on this channel, but then I thought, you know what, what's the point, because everybody does that. So I thought I'll just jump straight in and talk about my Nepal experience. I went to Nepal with a company called VSO, that's Voluntary Service Overseas, and they work worldwide in a variety of different countries. So they work in places in Africa such as Ghana, Nigeria, Tanzania, and they also work in places in Asia like Nepal, Cambodia, etc. And their aim is to, you know, make sure that the Sustainable Development Goals, so the SDGs, are reached by the time frame that they said they were going to be reached. And that's why you have volunteers and people wanting to go abroad to help them, you know, reach their goal. So I am on a gap year currently, and you can't spend your gap year doing nothing. And I really want to travel, like I really want to go all over the world. So I used this opportunity as a way for me to travel, but then also do something that I'm very passionate about, and that's education. Education is something that should be universal, something that nobody should be restricted from, nobody should be denied the right to learn. And me being given the opportunity to go abroad and teach people different things where they normally wouldn't have that, or where they can't because their parents can't afford it, or whatever the circumstance is, just really made me feel like I was doing something. Like I said, I went with a company called VSO, and actually one of my friends had told me about it. An online application at first, so you just have filled in the basics like your name, your age, where you live, contact information and what have you. And then they get back to you, let's say maximum 2 weeks. So then within that 2 weeks they get back to you and you have a telephone interview. So they start asking you questions about how much your parents earn, why you want to go, do you know where you would like to go, the reasons behind why you want to go, what VSO is, do you know about the company, questions like that you'd get at any normal interview but over the phone. So I got a telephone interview, and then they told me that I would then have to go to an assessment day. And on the assessment day, what they do is they assess you on different things. So they assess your team working abilities, they assess your initiative, how you think, your thought processing, everything. They just assess everything on this day through group activities. But then you also have a one-on-one interview where they ask you for examples of times where you've helped a person, examples of times where you have initiated something, voluntary experiences, everything. So after the assessment day, they say to wait up to 2 weeks, I think it is, and they get back to you. They either call you or they email you, or you get both. And I received my call, and the call was from a lady, and she said that I'd been successful and I will be going somewhere. I found out where I was placed later on, but between the call that I got and when I found out, that time there I was supposed to be thinking about how I was going to fundraise the £800 that I needed to fundraise. And I won't lie, I was really lazy and laid back about it, because I was thinking £800, it is what it is, people will donate, you know, whatever, I could do that in a month. No, my mum, my friends, all of them are just telling me, Farrah, you need to be productive about this because time's ticking. And the halfway deadline was coming up, and then the full amount deadline was only like a month later, and it was like, what am I going to do? Ret-a-tet. So I set up a GoFundMe page, and thank you all, like those that did donate, all my friends, I thank them. Yeah, so I set up a GoFundMe page, and I got all my friends to share it on Twitter. I got my mum and some family to share on Facebook. I shared it on my Instagram and my social media, broadcasted it everywhere, and people were really willing to donate. I mean, even the little things like £2 and stuff, it really does add up. So I got my GoFundMe going. Now there's lots of grants and stuff that you can get if you're volunteering, and one of my friends, Lassim, she told me that I can get a Jack Petrie grant because she got a Jack Petrie grant when she was going to New Orleans. So I applied for the Jack Petrie grant, and I got £300 from Jack Petchy. And after I got that, I was like, no, I need to be more serious, I need to be more committed. So then I started doing bucket collections, where I'd go out on the streets with a bucket with a sticker that says VSO International, and I had my VSO t-shirt on, and I was walking around the streets, and I was literally just like, hey guys, would you like to donate? Hey guys, would you like to It's embarrassing, but you know what, I wasn't embarrassed. I was like, I gotta do what I've got to do, just gotta swallow that pride and do what you gotta do. So I just went out and I was like I got turned down a couple times, but people were actually donating and giving me money. And the first time I'd done it, I was in Ilford, and I think I got, what, let's say £60, £60–70, and that's pretty good just from donations. So then I thought, let me go to London. Maybe in London I can get something. Next day I went out with one of my friends, and we went around all of Oxford Street, Marble Arch, Tottenham Court Road, literally did the whole thing. We ended up in Piccadilly Circus. No, we ended up in Trafalgar Square, which didn't make any sense, but you know how they're all connected anyway, and it's just basically one long road. We just ended up there, and when I got home I'd raised £130. So I was like, rah, okay, if I continue doing this, then, you know, I can get the money. I decided to hold a church cake sale, and I did that. We made loads of cupcakes, loads of different things. It was really fun baking and everything, and my church was really helpful. Everybody was kind, and you know, they were willing to pay for my cakes, and it really helped a lot. And from the cake sale I raised between £75 and £90, I think I raised. And then after that I was pretty much set with the 800, I think. But I do remember going on two more bucket collections, and I had already raised the money before my actual deadline, and then that was that. So all that I needed to do now was prepare myself for Nepal. So that was just to get my stuff ready, clothes, toiletries, and just, you know, mentally prepare myself for Nepal. The duration of the trip was 3 months. I went on the 23rd of November and I came back the 17th of February. Like, let's go through my emotions. In the beginning I was really excited. I'm traveling, I'm going somewhere new, I'm experiencing a new culture, it is what it is, and I'm just excited, can't wait to go. Then in the middle I started deeping, wow, okay, I'm actually going this far, I'm going to be by myself, no parents, no communication, no nothing. Like, I don't even know what life is out there. I don't know anything. And I was just thinking, but you know what, it's still a good opportunity, I'm doing something that I'm actually passionate about, so it's good, whatever. Then when it got to like the last week of me being in this country, and like the week before I was supposed to travel, I was thinking, raw, like, I'm really going to be gone for 3 months. And I miss my birthday, I miss Christmas, New Year's, my mum's birthday, my best friend's birthday. I miss basically all the important events. And it's like I'm by myself. But then I was still being optimistic, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to Asia. Like, I'm going to Asia. 18-year-old me, Asia, by myself. Nah, that's something big, you know? So I was like, you know what, gotta be cool, gotta be optimistic, gotta think positive. And yeah, I managed to see all my friends and like people that I loved beforehand. And at the airport, finally met everybody. Seeing everybody was smiley, happy, warm, welcoming, kind, friendly. And I was like, yes, we're doing it. Said goodbye to my mum. I'm still holding on, still being strong. I haven't cried yet, so it was like, whatever, I'm a big girl, you know. I do big girl things, I don't need to cry. Bored, not we bored, but we, you know, go through security, check in and what have you. And we have a couple, like, I think we have like an hour and a bit on our belts, because our flight was at 8:40 in the evening. And yeah, we had like some time on our belts, so we managed to, you know, get something to eat, mingle a bit, chat a bit, figure out who was going to be sat next to, right chair. And yeah, it was really good, it was really fun. When it got to boarding and we was on the plane, this is when everything just hit me. Emotions, everything just hit me, and I was just crying like a wimp. I was crying, bawling tears. And I just sat there in my seat like, I can do this, I'm a big girl, I can do this, I can go. And yeah, 3 months is actually a long time to be away from your family and be away in a different country. Like, that's miles away, and like, it's not like I can pick up the phone or what have you and just like tell my mum to come and pick me up. She has to cross oceans if she wants to get to me. Walking up these stairs and I can't